Welcome back to Fast Instant Karma. Usually, the police are the shield protecting us, but today, the citizens are becoming the shield for them. Watch these hero civilians rewrite the definition of courage. Let's get into it. Oops, another suspected drug dealer taken down by the United Force of Bayswater. Look at the whole restaurant cheering. He didn't just take down a criminal, he restored faith that justice is everywhere. We don't just serve food here, we serve justice too. No commands needed. The people of Camiferano showed incredible unity during the 70th anniversary of the Camiferano garrison. The camera caught the exact moment the escape plan sank because a group of students decided to play Navy backup. Justice doesn't always wear a badge. Sometimes it's in a life vest, holding a fishing rod in 4K. The world would be a much better place if everyone had a heart as sweet as this guy. The cop goes down, and Citizens of the Year goes straight to that guy. This suspect's main character illusion got washed away the second locals decided to join the chase. Security forces had a powerful ally on the highway, helping the arrest happen quickly and safely. The suspect received medical assistance and was taken to court according to the law. The courage and perfect coordination between a police officer and a kind civilian created magic at the decisive moment. This isn't just reflex, this is a soldier's instinct. This 20-year-old once applied to PMMG, and this move proves he's more than qualified. His lightning-fast reflexes kept the officer safe and looking good even in the chaos.
He has a tire iron.
Steven Jimenez cut off his monitoring device and went on a violent escape, repeatedly ramming Officer Mark's vehicle.
Don't let him get it! Stop! My unit.
The community gave him a perfect 10 lesson in justice. No sirens required.
I was just freaking scared he was gonna grab your car next.
He's a beast! This guy showed up at the perfect time like he was summoned straight out of an action movie. Bravo! The wanted suspect is officially in custody. Most traffic stops end with a ticket. This one ended with extra onions and a 5-star review for the chef. 1, 2, 3, push! Everyone lent a hand to turn an accident into the best moment of the festival. As the criminal tried to escape, a citizen in Kayseri made an incredible smart move to assist authorities. If you want to stop a police convoy, sweets and a cute face are way more effective than a high-speed chase. The suspect thought the male officer alone was an easy target, not knowing a brave woman in the next car was ready to step in. Underestimating women is the kind of mistake that costs you instantly. Today could have been his lucky day until he realized that the guy behind the counter was an MMA
I
fighter.
didn't even do that shit, but if I did, my life ain't like yours, nigga.
Karma doesn't need a referee when the expert delivers justice on the spot.
I'm gonna choke you out. It's gonna get worse.
You gonna break my arm. Damn.
What's going on? What's going on?
From blatant shoplifting to pulling a weapon on the cops, Crystal scripted her own criminal drama where she's both the director and the lead character facing the harshest of punishments.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! You're gonna be searched. You're gonna follow lawful commands. Do you need drugs and medication? How high are you, Chris?
Every frantic act of resistance and every kick thrown at law enforcement only added extra clauses, driving up the cost of freedom and the final sentence higher than ever.
Back up, let us on your feet.
OMG, look at that intervention! A decisive assist that caught the guy vandalizing the police car completely off guard, helping the cops wrap things up in a heartbeat. He's got the back! He's got the back! Our MMA fighter just turned the concrete into a cage and subdued the wild intruder.
Come on, gator boy.
With one powerful bear hug, Devin turned that escape attempt into a textbook arrest practice. Even with not-so-ideal all-season tires, the Subaru pushed through and pulled law enforcement out of trouble.
Officers responded to a Dollar General after a man was causing a massive disruption.
Did you call? What's going on? What's it up?
Starting with drunken behavior and insults thrown at Dollar General staff. This man quickly turned a normal shopping trip into a chaotic show of his own making.
Oh, please, wait! Wait! I will kill both of you! Hey, get up! Oh, goddamn! Roll over. Pick up my phone. Yeah, hold on, bro. Roll over. Yeah.
The bill for this noisy performance wasn't paid for with tickets, but with a stack of heavy charges, including disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and assaulting officer. No badge, no uniform, but he jumped in to help like a true teammate.
Yo. Yeah, turn in there, alright? Alpha 45, Central 12F.
The driver's gotta be the unluckiest person on earth, trying to bolt from a traffic stop only to slam right into an off-duty police chief.
Alright, backing up. I got you. Come on out. Get on the ground, do it now. Right there.
Running just adds to the charges. You better pull over and take responsibility for what you did.
Yeah, you probably would have got a ticket and had a ride home.
A random chair on the highway is every driver's nightmare until the Biker Police Furniture Co. shows up. A small cleanup, but it's a 5-star move that stopped a disaster no one even saw coming.
Outside Alfred. Yeah, but you're hurting him though. I'm not hurting him. Just secure him.
Professionalism isn't a uniform. It's a 24/7 mindset, and it just slapped your ego at high speed.
Oh, look, your wrist is dead straight. You're on my fucking cut, bro. I've got to cut my hand and that. Hang on a minute, the wrist hurt, now it's a cut.
This suspect thought he found the perfect hiding spot until some golfers turned his bathroom break into a million-view takedown.
Come on.
Leave the ninja roll to the movies. Your 1-star crime career just ended inside a plastic box.
Ground.
On vient voir ce qui se passe. Oh là là, mince.
Situations like this prove one thing. The police own the streets, but farmers are the true masters of the fields.
On est sympa, on est venu aider un dépanneur, pas doucement.
If you're planning to wrestle a cop, maybe hit the gym first instead of giving the locals 4K proof why they're not the ones to mess with. Who needs a high-speed chase when one well-placed foot can end your crime career? Respect! This kind citizen used his skills to give free care to someone who protects justice. The people of Hilversum proved something. Sometimes the voice of justice alone is enough to shut down teenage recklessness. This neighbor just delivered a free attitude adjustment to someone who couldn't control his ego. The troublemaker made the biggest mistake of his life, choosing a black belt MMA fighter in Soho as his target. Rowe neutralized the threat with clean, professional skill like he was out for a walk. Never even think about pickpocketing, especially in places where the locals are the final boss, ready to end your freedom. Trading a traffic ticket for a crisp group takedown has gotta be the worst deal in history. Brave and sharp. This guy ended a criminal's game in the blink of an eye. One step from runaway to face down on the ground. That's the price of abusing violence. Respect for that golden, perfectly timed trip from the young man. Look at the sweet lady walking up. In the middle of a serious inspection, she shows up with cake, and suddenly everyone softens.
Oh yeah.
Not all heroes wear capes, but this guy actually does. Ready to mess up his hair to do the right thing. Too cool. What a powerful contrast! Even as the ICE operation sparked anger, workers in La Ceiba chose to help people first.
I got you.
Forget bulletproof vests and patrol cars. Today's elite backup shows up in legendary gear, flip-flops and cargo pants.
I just don't want you to hurt.
Hey, come here, sit up, man. Sit up, sit up, sit up. There you go.
My taser broke off. So you're fine.
This guy is the only reason the cops get to clock out early. Give him a medal and a WWE contract.
Come on.
You thought your car was a fortress until the neighborhood Avengers help the cops open the door and invite you out. One suspect, 2 cops, and 1 civilian hero. Justice doesn't need a jury to tell you it's over. 5 stars for the truck driver's heavy-duty assist. 0 stars for the suspect who thought he could out-muscle a highway legend. The moment the suspect reached for the officer's weapon was terrifying, but civilians jumped in without hesitation. That courage kept everyone safe. The incident began when an officer clocked a car at 96 miles per hour and quickly realized that the speeder was Henry County Deputy Sheriff Michael Yarbrough.
ID back. This is your copy.
If that was just a test of his team's reaction speed, then paying for it with a 40-hour suspension and a pay cut was one very expensive experiment. After being arrested for disorderly conduct, Megan spent the entire time screaming for her mom while violently resisting the officers.
Call my mother right now. Call my mother. Call my mother.
Stop. Okay, you're under. Stay still. Stay still. I got
What's wrong with you? You. Can you call my mother? Where is my mother? Yeah, you can. I asked you to call her, you call her.
The 21-year-old hurled heavy insults at the staff, smashed the computer keyboard, and even threatened to sue the department.
Then shut the up. Do you think that's correct?
You spit it up?
You black? Call my mother. Call my mother.
Instead of having her mom come pick her up, she ended up with a long list of charges: assaulting an officer, disorderly conduct, spitting bodily fluids, resisting arrest, and property damage. After discovering an active warrant, this woman decided to turn her car into a weapon, lunging at the officers to find an escape route instead of surrendering.
Is this your phone?
I think that's our phone.
It's gonna be hers.
Ask for.
Okay, we're gonna count down.
What am I under arrest for? I'm so scared. Please. You grab my phone right there, please, and tell my husband to come.
Sit down.
Once caught, she put on a pitiful act, claiming the car just rolled by itself.
The deadly weapon is considered the vehicle that you utilize to run the officer over, okay? This is a bet.
Okay. The car was running, I mean, it was rolling by itself backwards.
But with the camera footage, those crocodile tears couldn't hide a dangerous attack.
So at the same time, this is violence.
Punch.
She called 911 to report her boyfriend, but ended up giving herself a ticket to jail because she couldn't control her temper.
You hit me, and I hit you back.
I never touched you.
So now I touch, bro.
Yeah, I hit the off of
Bro,
me.
I got the proof. I was just sitting there. It's not your shit,
You
bro.
don't hate shit.
I said, don't bitch, you got the sticking out my mouth. He didn't look. Bro, get the bro. Get him out of my crib. I ain't gotta tell you shit.
You live there.
You
live there. Who lives there?
After knocking her boyfriend to the ground, this tough girl even went after an officer on duty.
Let me know. Go. handcuffs.
Yep, I'm gonna check him.
I mean, go.
You're under arrest for ag that.
I'm not under arrest for nothing.
You are.
From caller to defendant, this is the bitter ending for people who solve problems with violence.
Let me go.
Dressing up as a prisoner for Halloween, this guy got so into character he brought a real weapon along.
Alright, are there any weapons in the vehicle? You're gonna step out? Face towards the truck?
Do you have any weapons on you?
When arrested, he claimed it was just a coincidence.
Now you're going to jail.
Stop resisting, man.
Hands behind your back.
Pull my pants out a little bit in the under.
Too bad, police don't hand out candy. They handed him cuffs, officially turning that costume into the real deal.
Hello.
Once known as a friendly neighbor, alcoholism turned Dick into a menace, kicking windows and threatening another family all night long.
He's the one that called. He's the one that called the cops on me because I told him about to break his f***ing jaw.
Well, I want to know why you threatened to break
No, I didn't. No, he threatened me. He run up on me.
I'm asking you questions.
I have to go take a leak.
So, well, you're being detained right now.
Well, I got to go take a leak, brother.
Well,
I really do, man. I didn't do anything.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, I'm all set right here.
Stand up.
No, I just want
Put
to
your hands
stand
behind
here.
your back. Put your hands behind your back.
No, I ain't standing the f*** up. Good for you. I'm a real convict. No, I didn't f***ing do nothing.
You even told us that you called them a name.
Take a seat.
You punk! You can suck a dick!
While Dick is currently only detained,
Disorderly, okay?
Motherfuckers like you need a bullet in your f***ing head, punk. Let's f***ing shoot you like I would a f***ing groundhog. Move your f***ing brains.
He was eventually arrested after dramatically threatening an officer and had to leave in an ambulance because of injuries he caused himself.
God! It's bullshit! Ah! 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 Ah!
Alcohol may make you forget the way home, but it won't make police forget to write up an assault charge. After being denied bail, Chris exploded, insulting and violently resisting officers escorting him inside the courthouse elevator.
of court.
76 control elevator, second floor. Come on, man, we gotta get going.
I'm not doing this shit. Don't say and to me, bitch. And? Don't say and to me, bitch. For months, don't tell my mother shit.
Take a breath for a minute, okay?
No, you just shut the door, my mom. F you, bitch. F you. You know what, officer? You a bug. I'm not doing shit.
Relax.
Oh, you're so bad.
For the next 20 minutes, he kept attacking police, even trying to grab a weapon, and only stopped once the spit hood was used.
I can't feel my fucking
Yeah, if you stop resisting. Hey.
Oh! You just kicked me. I didn't kick you. You guys are just, that's why you guys kill people.
Yeah.
You pig.
Get you in a chair.
You're gonna be alright.
One reckless minute cost him a year in prison. Guess the courthouse floor isn't the place for practice fighting. Today's lesson is simple. Never underestimate anyone on the street. Karma might show up as a dog walker or a grandma on her grocery run. If you enjoy these epic team-ups, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the next episodes of this series.